Hello, I'm Benson and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you this video light by Neewer and the model number is CB60B. It's a bi-color LED video light. Now as a disclaimer, I didn't buy this for a review. Neewer actually worked with Amazon and Amazon sent it to me for free. At £169 or $169, I'm going to show you exactly what it's like when you bought it from Amazon. So it comes in a box like this. Really simple, just a brief description of what you're buying. Now there's a little blue sticker on here which say Neewer Infinity support. Basically these particular video lights can be controlled via a 2.4 gigahertz wireless transmission trigger, or it can be controlled by your phone app, which I'm going to show you in the video. So let's open it and have a look and see what your £169 can buy. So I do a lot of video work for YouTube here, and I'm always looking at ways to upgrade my video light. And thank you for sending me this product. So out of the box, you got styrofoam and a length of cable. It does look like quite a lot of cable right here, but we're going to measure that in a minute. So here you have your instruction booklet and a separate booklet for the Neewer app, your phone app. Now inside here you got your Bowen's kind of a mount collar, reflector, whatever you call this, and you got your main video light. Let me take these out of the bag. So this is the video light. It's in it's a matte black casing. I really like the design of it. The logo is quite discreet. It's just a different shade of black on the case itself. So I think in 2023 across all the design is all now metal mount, so they don't use plastic anymore. So you got your knob to change adjustment. And you got a little toggle switch here between BT or 2.4 gigahertz. I guess this is for how you want to control the video light, either by Bluetooth on your app or the 2.4 gigahertz channel. You got your inlet for your kettle lid and then a final power button. In the front right here at the moment, you got a guard here to protect the front of the flash for transportation. This is the most common studio light mounting system. So this is a Bowen mount, and there's a little click on top here which you pull back and then you can twist the top off. Then you can see what is actually in the front of your video light. So here you got a very beefy heat sink to take the heat away from the studio light. According to the advertisement, this is a 70-watt system and it can display color from 2700 Kelvin all the way up to 6500 Kelvin. Now what does that mean? So that means that it can give you a really kind of a nice sunset yellow all the way up to almost like a tinted blue kind of a white light. And because it's a bi-color LED, it can also do a couple of, it also have a couple of scenery, video scenery mode, which are with sleeves, which I'm going to show you later on in the video. So a bit of a close-up. That's what I mean. I really like this matte design finish. Metal casing. There's not a lot inside because you can actually see through it. A lot of them are a silent fan, so because of the heat, you can see the heat sink here is not enough to be a passive, so they do have fans inside, which hopefully is not going to affect my video much, because that's the whole point of having one of these specialized studio light. Now in terms of the reflector which comes with the studio light, this is what you get. And you should just go on to it and twist and click, and that's it. And now that locks in place. And to unlock it, you have to pull this pin back, and then you can twist so the plastic lid can come out from the slug. Now one of my pet hates with anything in my studio is the cable length. So this one here is not bad. I'm 6'1", so they give me enough length for at least 12 feet. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you give you a short cable, But I expect this to be moved around the studio quite a bit, so having a long cable will save me from having to use extension or anything like that. So let's plug it in and have a twirl. Okay, so now the power is plugged in. I'm just going to turn it on and have a play with it. So a nice LCD display at the back here is backlit, so you can see in the dark. At the moment it's showing a 100% brightness, and at 2700 Kelvin, can't really see it right, let me show it to you. So at the moment it's 100% power to 2700 Kelvin. So if I turn the knob right here, okay, now this is changing the color of the light, so from yellow to more like a blue. Now 52 is what I use in the studio, so this is kind of the natural daylight. Oh, it actually shines all the way to the other side of the room. Now this is 70 volt, and I can hear the fan, but it's a very low humming noise. So I guess one of the tests will be, can you hear the fan noise right now? Because the mic is right here. How about now? And this is kind of arm's length away. At the moment it's looking for my app. I haven't got the app installed yet, so I'm not going to play around with that. Let's say if I don't use the knob. Alright, so this is to control, so the up and down let you control the power. So 0, 1%. So you can do increment by 1, which is really handy. And then you got your FX, so this is the special effect. Anyway, it will be much clearer when we actually have the phone app. So when you press the FX button, when you change the dial, you can change different mode. At the moment, it's like a flash logo. This is like photography, paparazzi. I'm not sure what this one is. Just a light bulb. At £169, it didn't come with a stand, but you just use any of your existing lens. I'm really impressed with the mod so far. It's really solid. It's made from metal. Right, so let's have a look at the Neewer app, because that is part of the reason why you're paying extra money for this studio light. To download, scan the QR code. Scan QR code to download the Neewer app. Now this is the first time I'm doing this, so you know, I guess it will be same as what you're doing at home right now if you have bought this product. Neewer 2.8 score on your Apple store. Apparently the app is 4 years old already and only got 2.8 rating, so I'm not sure. Would you like to use Bluetooth? Okay. You got lock-in, you got guest mode. I'm going to do guest mode for now. And once you download the app, you should kind of go through a bit of a tutorial, and then you go to add device. It's already detected a NW CB60B, which is the studio light. Okay. Device added. So now it's added to my menu, and now I can control it, hopefully. Yeah, pretty much how I expected it would be. Yellow. Ooh, swiped it. White. So 52 is what I use most of the time. Brightness at the moment is really bright. Let's turn it down a notch. Yeah, much easier to use the phone app. And what is 2? Oh, so these are the presets. So you got 1 and 2 preset. What else do you have? It's on CCT mode. So CCT means color temperature that you can change yourself. So instead of using the buttons at the back, which just now I struggle a little bit, you can actually use the app to change the different functions here. So just now we were not sure what the scenery means on the logo. Here is actually telling you now. So lighting, paparazzi, detective bulb. So this is like, you know, interrogation maybe. And then you got explosion. Now each of these scenery preset, you can actually change the speed of the... that's one thing I don't like about the app is you keep swiping it across, but because I'm showing you on the camera, I'm the very different angle, so we always swipe it back to the control panel. So yeah, each of these scene, you can actually change how fast the period between the different things. So this is welding. CCT flash, CCT pause, candlelight. Oh, I really hate this app now. I guess if I'm actually using it, we'll be less likely to swipe from edge to edge. Every time you swipe from edge to edge, you go back to the main screen. I guess you really need to play around with it to get the right setting, because this is supposed to be candlelight, so doesn't look flickering to me. So here is just a little test to show you guys what this light can and cannot do. So at the moment I have this on a light stand. I'll leave it at the corner there so you can just about to see it. And I'm going to use it to highlight myself. So I already turned off my usual fill light for my face right here. That's why at the moment there's only light which is from the top. So the two lights over here which is coming downwards, but nothing really focused on my face right now. You can do increment by 1. So if I click on the plus button instead of the slide bar, so this is 1%. Let me turn it off again. So this is without the studio light. Obviously my camera will adjust because I'm auto at the moment. I should change it to manual, but just for testing purposes, let's say you don't want to touch anything and let the camera work its magic. So this is 1%. Give it a few seconds. Now the light from the reflector is actually quite a harsh light, which is a strong light, so it's going to throw some shadows on my face. And this is 2%, and this is already too bright to look at. So this is already too bright to look at. And if I just do this, and this one is 100%, so 70 volt right by my face, I can actually feel the heat from the light. There's no way there is anything useful. And probably in the video, you all, I guess you guys are just blinded by the light just now. And the other thing you can do is probably change the color of the light. At the moment I'm on the 5200 Kelvin, so this is more like a yellow. It's more like a tinted blue. Now I can't really see much until I go back and edit on my computer. But like I say, my camera. But like I say, I'm using a Canon EOS R, which is quite famous for working out what to do in auto mode. So I'm not sure if whatever I'm doing just now actually makes any difference. Now, how about having a light at the back? Does it make any difference? Maybe change a bit of the color. Now, sunset yellow. Do I look like I'm on the seaside looking at sunset or sunrise? Or do I look like in a spaceship because of the white light? The fan is really quiet. I couldn't hear any of these. Hopefully it doesn't get picked up by the mic as I'm going to edit later. Actually, the fan now is my solar panel inverter in the studio, which is at the background right now. That is a lot louder than the fan, which is just right here by my side. So the only thing I don't like about the app is the swiping action. So if you don't click exactly on the button what you need to change the setting, when you do a swipe, you actually go straight back into the menu system. I mean, it's good if you need quick access to other lights, but if you only have one light and you want to change something and you're not clicking on the right place, you swipe and you have to go back to the device and go back in. Apart from that, I think the app is pretty fluid. I don't see any major bugs or flaws with it. It just works how it's supposed to be. The scenery, honestly, I'm not sure. If you are really creative and you have more than one light, then maybe that makes a big difference. But at the moment, you know, all I'm doing is giving anyone who got epilepsy a fit. So this is just a quick video to show you what your money can buy. This is my first use of the studio light, and hopefully you will see it in action in all my future video, which is replacing my field light over there. Thank you very much for watching my video. I can't wait to see you next time with more interesting gadgets. Bye bye.